Are you working from home? Are you worried about your home office setup? Would you like to know the best possible ergonomics for your desk, chair and equipment? Then stay tuned because our physios have some top tips for you. Hi, Colette O'Flynn here from PhysioNow. I'm a chartered physiotherapist with a particular interest in preventing injury and promoting well-being. In this video, I'll break down the best way to set up your home office, working through desk, chair, monitor and workstation positioning. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video when I'll be sharing some bonus tips on some great accessories and recommending key well-being exercises that you can do at your desk to keep you healthy, motivated and productive all day long. There are many benefits to remote working. More flexibility, less commuting, lower costs, more time at home, and a greater choice in where and when we work. But there are negatives too. Many people now struggle with finding space and quiet to work. And of course, the aches and pains of a life spent staring into a screen. As a physiotherapist, a huge percentage of the clients I see complain of either back or neck pain. In fact, up to 90% of people suffer from back pain at some stage in their lives. The most common cause of these aches and pains is usually found by examining what we do every day, how we sit, stand and move. So let's get you sorted and look at some of the key issues one by one, starting with where you set up your workstation. The first and most important rule of working from home is to find yourself somehow, somewhere, a dedicated space. If you're lucky enough to have a spare bedroom, a good room, or even a dining room, seize it for yourself and repurpose it. If possible, don't work in your bedroom or in your kitchen. You will need a change of scene at the end of the working day. The ideal workspace, home or office, should have these characteristics. It should be a quiet space, free from distractions and family noise. It should be well lit, ideally near a window. It should be organised. Set it up so you don't have to stretch for the materials you use all the time. Every house has Wi-Fi blind spots, but in an era where large parts of your day will be spent on Zoom calls or Microsoft Teams meetings, it's essential that your workstation is well placed for good internet coverage. Think about PowerPoints. You'll need several, and they'll need to be close by. Try to avoid the trip hazards of trailing wires. Now to the workstation itself. Ireland's National Health Service uses this diagram to illustrate good workstation ergonomics. Note, in particular, the top of the screen should be level with your eyes. Your head, neck and back should all be straight. Look at how the arms are positioned. There should be a 90-degree angle between upper arm and forearm. Crucially too, your knees should be slightly lower than your hips and feet should be flat on the floor. The ideal desk should be spacious, wide and deep, and big enough to accommodate your equipment and all you want to do on it. All your tools should be within arm's reach. You will also need plenty of legroom. Ideally, your desk should be adjustable. It wasn't made for you after all, it was made for everyone. So you'll need to make some changes to make it work, and especially to make sure it's at a comfortable height for you. Usually though, you can't adjust your desk, so make sure you can at least adjust your chair. You should use a purpose-designed office chair where possible. Adjust the height, making sure your arms are resting at 90 degrees to the desk. There should be alignment of forearm, wrists and hands. To achieve this, you may need to elevate your sitting position with cushions. Add cushions under you and behind your low back if this helps. Good sitting posture is essential, so check your posture every time you sit down. Make sure your thighs are fully supported and that the edge of the chair isn't digging into the back of the knees. So sit right back into the back of the chair. Sit up straight, draw in your belly button, open out your shoulders. Again, your feet should be flat on the floor. If they don't reach, place a box or a ream of paper under your feet. and don't cross your legs. It makes you curve your back and puts pressure on the veins behind your legs. I always recommend buying as large a monitor as you can afford, both space-wise and financially. If possible, use a desktop monitor or link your laptop to a separate screen. This allows for the most comfortable viewing. If you only have a laptop, use a laptop riser and try to use a separate keyboard and mouse so you're not hunched over the laptop. Position the screen directly in front of you at approximately arm's length away, with the toolbar at the top of the computer screen at eye level. Keep your monitor clean and try to cut down on screen glare from the sun or internal lighting. Avoid having your back to a window. Ambient light and adjustable desk lamps are better than a light directly overhead. If you can follow those simple rules by upgrading your workstation ergonomics, you'll go a long way towards making a success of working from home. Now, I promised earlier that I'd share some tips to make your working from home life that little bit easier. First, your phone. Place your phone on your non-writing side so you're not tempted to cradle it between neck and shoulder while jotting down notes. If you are making a lot of phone or Zoom calls, or you take lots of notes, invest in a good hands-free phone headset. If using a shared space, earbuds will help both with what you're hearing and what you're saying. Chair. If you're using a hard kitchen chair, you might want to try a lumbar roll that you can place behind you for support, or even a memory foam sitting wedge which lifts your hips. They're both generally under €25. You might also try sitting on a large Pilates ball for short periods to make sitting more active, because you have to engage your core muscles to keep your balance. Be careful you don't fall off. Desk. Sit-to-stand desks are the gold standard and are becoming much more popular as people realise that the less time spent sitting, the better. But they're expensive and not everyone has room for them in their homes. Footrest. I recommend the so-called active footrest, which encourages you to move your feet up and down. Your physiotherapist may recommend a wrist rest. There is a wide range from €20 to €90. Don't use it if not recommended. And finally, don't forget to move. Take a break from sitting every 30 to 50 minutes. Stand, walk around, do some gentle stretches. For further information on staying fit and healthy at work, check out my Deskercise videos, which offer 5 to 7 minute stretching sessions you can do sitting at or standing beside your desk. If you've enjoyed this video, do please hit the like button and help to share this advice with workmates, friends and family. See you next time.